Dr. Preetham Singh Award for Academic Excellence. And this award is being conferred upon Professor Avinash Chandra Pandey, Director, Inter-University Accelerator Center and Autonomous Research Center of UGC. Humanity is inspired by the ideals that are seen in the lives of great people. Such leaders inspire the society by their example for the masses to follow. Professor Avinash Chandra Pandey is one such inspiration for all academicians, researchers and administrators. Celebrating his exemplary contribution in leading higher education to new heights, it is with utmost respect and honor that Manav Racna educational institutions confer the Dr. Preetham Singh Award for Academic Excellence 2022 upon Professor Avinash Chandra Pandey. I would request Dr. Narendra Kanwar to please accept the award on his behalf. Thank you. Moving further, we have the Change Maestro Award. And this award has been conferred upon Mr. Amit Malik, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director, Aviva Life Insurance Company India Limited. Sharp and quick to think on his feet, Shri Amit Malik is a man who is steering India to its future of impeccable infrastructure, flourishing businesses and abundant opportunities. All an illustrious professional career spanning more than 2 decades and educational credentials that showcase excellence, Shri Malik's journey is an unmatched source of motivation for people who dream of working in the corporate world but desire to contribute to the nation. To honor his spectacular contribution towards leadership and organizational supremacy, it is with utmost respect and honor that Manav Racna Educational Institutions confer the Change Master Award 2022 upon Shri Amit Malik. I would request Mr. Malik to please come forward and accept his award. I would request you to please say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone present here. First and foremost, it's an honor and a privilege to receive this award, and my gratitude and thanks to the Manav Racna family and to all the Manav Racna board members present here for bestowing this award on me. This is my second visit to the Institute, and every time I come here, I'm more impressed by what Manav Racna has achieved. I've seen it from the outside, the growth of Manav Racna, and like Shiv said, it's been a very powerful journey for the last 25 years, and I wish the Institute more power for the 25 years to count and many more beyond that. So, thank you, Honorable Minister, for giving away the award. And to my fellow awardees, I bask in your glory, and you being here makes this more special for me. Thank you. Coming on to the award, when I was looking at the brochure and the past winners, it's really, I'm really honored to be in the company of people who won the Change Award, Change Maestro Award previous years, so it's an honor. Change and agility has been a part of my career, and especially for the last 5 years when I moved from being a human resource leader to doing business operations to now leading a business. As regards to the maestro I differ, I still think I'm like the young Amit who welcomed me, and I have a lot to learn. And like his age, I'm looking forward to learning a lot more. So, I think all these awards make us reflect on our own journey, and it would not be fair if I wouldn't remember the leaders and my mentors who gave me the courage to make the transition and to do something else in my career that I set out to do. My friends and teammates who challenged me and had the courage to challenge me openly and make me a better leader. And obviously my wife and my kids and my parents, the families without whose support I wouldn't have been here. I think as I reflect on my own journey, there are 3 things that stand out for me, which I want to share. First is the courage and conviction. I think all of us need to have the courage to do the right thing and the conviction as to why we are doing it, and that makes you a better professional. Second is, a lot of people talk about it, but learning from your failures and taking them in your stride. I always feel someone who's not at failure is God and is perfect, so it's okay to have failures. And third is, there is much more to life than what society tells us that is. So discover that part of your life and enjoy. Thank you very much. And thank you.
Thank you. Moving further, we have the Lifetime Achievement Award. And this award has been conferred upon Mr. S.V. Nathan, Partner and Chief Talent Officer, Deloitte, India. An industry leader, mentor, and an advocate of ethical leadership, Shri S.V. Nathan is a true HR professional who demonstrates all the key attributes of an HR leader. He has over 30 years of experience in HR management across diverse industries, including manufacturing, services, telecom, information technology, and professional services. He is an acclaimed speaker, expert, coach, mentor, and a behavioral specialist in sensitivity training. Celebrating his utmost contribution in developing excellent standards in HR practices in India and leading it to new heights, it is with utmost respect and honor that Manav Racna Educational Institutions confer the Lifetime Achievement Award 2022 upon Shri S.V. Nathan. I would request for his acceptance video to please be played.
Hello friends, I'm S.V. Nathan, Partner and Chief Talent Officer of Deloitte, India. I've been in the field of human resources for over 40 years, a rare distinction to serve the community. As is well known, MREI, Manav Racna Educational Institution, is well known for the work that they do in the field of education, from schooling all the way to doctoral programs. Has received several accolades for the kind of work that they do. MREI currently is in their 25th year. The Manav Racna Excellence Awards, instituted in the honor of MREI founder chairman Dr. Gopi Bhalla, seeks to recognize the endeavors and contributions of selected people across various areas such as academics, industry, nation building, leadership, arts, and culture. Awards are special as they seek to recognize people who serve with distinction. I am humbled and very pleased to receive the Manav Racna Excellence Award 2022 for lifetime achievement.
Thank you. I request Dr. C.S. Vinithika to please come forward and accept the award on his behalf. Thank you. Moving further, we have the Outstanding Scientist Award, and this award has been conferred upon Dr. G. Satish Reddy, Chairman, Defence Research and Development Organization and Secretary, Department of Defence Research and Development. Dr. G. Satish Reddy spearheads development of defence systems and technologies. As the top defence scientist in the country, Dr. Reddy guides the development of major programs on missiles and strategic systems, fighter aircrafts and unmanned aerial defence systems, underwater systems, radar systems, strategic materials and many more. A visionary and institution builder, his technology leadership has deeply impacted the development of best-in-class systems for the Indian Armed Forces. Celebrating his utmost contribution in science and technology and bringing in Atmanirbharta in India, it is with utmost respect and honor that Manav Racna Educational Institutions confer the Outstanding Scientist Award 2022 upon Dr. G. Satish Reddy. I would request for his acceptance video to please be played.
Namaskar. At the outset, I'd like to thank Manav Racna Education Institutions for bestowing on me the Outstanding Scientist of the Year award. It's an award for the entire scientific community of the DRDO who have come out with many research outcomes in the last 1 year. It is the greatness of Manav Racna Education Institutions to recognize these efforts and bestowing the award. I am sure the award will inspire the scientists of DRDO to come out with many state-of-the-art research outcomes and making the most advanced systems, making India a leader in defense technologies. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
I would request Mr. Sankam Sinha, Outstanding Scientist and Director General Resource and Management, Defence Research and Development Organization, to please accept the award on his behalf. Thank you. Moving further, we have the Technology Transformation Award, and this award is being conferred upon Dr. Vinny Johari, Learning and Skills Lead, Microsoft India. A true academician, a passionate researcher, and a motivational mentor at heart, Dr. Vinny Johari plays an instrumental role in making quality education accessible as Director, Education Advocacy, Microsoft India. Her contribution to the field of academics, bringing in connect between campus and corporate, has been exceptional. She has over 20 years of experience which spans across industry and academic assignments. Celebrating her utmost contribution in the field of accessibility and propagation of technology-based education in India and leading it to new heights, it is with utmost respect and honor that Manav Racna Educational Institutions confer the Technology Transformation Award 2022 upon Dr. Vinny Johari. Vinny Johari to please come forward and accept her award. I would request Dr. Vinny Johari to please share her thoughts.
Good afternoon to all of you, Honorable Minister, Dr. Prashant Valla, Dr. Amit Valla, distinguished guests and dear friends. It's such a humbling moment for me to accept this moment of recognition and award that has been bestowed on me. It's been so gratifying to see the journey of Manav Racna as an institution and its contribution to the realm of education. In 25 years, the milestones that Manav Racna has created in the realm of school education and higher education are really outstanding. The contributions to research, the opportunities created for young students to gain acceptance by the industry, entrepreneurship and innovation is really outstanding. So we hope that over the coming years, I think many new milestones will be created and many new laurels will be brought home. And I'm also very grateful to Microsoft for being able to contribute to the cause of education. To be able to work with communities, empower institutions, faculty and students so that they can achieve more. And I think education institutions play such a deep role in terms of influencing your values, the brand that you create over a period of time and the contributions you make to the society. So I think we need more of such institutions in India, so that India can make, they make India proud and our young leaders of the future accomplish many new things. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for all our awardees. Indeed, a very proud moment for all of us to have all awardees with us here. Manav Racna educational institutions have always laid a lot of importance on research and connect. And we are very happy to launch a book, Real Life Management Case Studies, developed in factual conversation with industry leaders. Last December, 73 professors from India interacted in groups of 4 to 5 persons with 15 industries and their 94 professionals for 2 days consecutively and understood their success stories, their challenges, their dilemmas and their journey. We are very thankful to these industries and professionals who spared their time and shared their journey with us. I will now request Dr. Amit Seth, author, and Ms. Monica Goel, editor of this book from Manav Racna International Institute of Research and Studies, to please come on stage along with these 15 guests from 15 industries. Indication Instrumentation Limited, Sarvodaya Hospitals, Faridabad Sledgehammer Oil Tools Private Limited, Varahi Limited, English Helper, Daikin Air Conditioning India Private Limited, Maharani Innovation Paints Private Limited, Indo Autotech Limited, Psychotropics India Limited, Encore ARC, DEE Development Engineers Limited, Bharat Poles Private Limited, Intercontinental Hotels Group, PR Packaging Limited, Uflex Limited. Once all the guests are here, I would request our honorable chief guest to please unveil the book digitally by clicking the button. Once all the guests are here, indeed a proud moment for Manav Racna Educational Institutions to have all the professionals who have contributed into making of this book. I'm sure each one of us in the auditorium looks forward to have this book and see what this journey has been all about. I would request. This is indeed a very proud moment and we should not miss a click with all books in everybody's hands. Thank you very much to all the professionals from the industry who have given their valuable time into making this book happen. Like I said, it's a proud moment for each one who is standing on stage right now, so yes, a picture with a book in hand would be lovely. Thank you. I would request all the guests to please be comfortable on their seats so that we can go further with the program. Thank you very much. I would request all the guests to please make themselves comfortable. Now I would request President Manav Racna Educational Institutions, Dr. Prashant Balla, to please come forward and address everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone present here, trustees, honored guests, members of the faculty, colleagues, parents, members of the student fraternity, and our honored chief guest, Honorable Rajiv Chandrasekharji, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And most importantly, the toasts of this hour are highly distinguished awardees. I extend my heartfelt greetings to you and thank you earnestly for gracing this eminent occasion with your presence. Our highly revered former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam once said, while birds find shelter in the rain, eagles fly above the clouds and remain untouched by the rain. This is the power of excellence. Such is the capacity of brilliant minds with a prevailing attitude to persistent discipline, and such is their earnest zeal to shine with supremacy. These stellar personas possess the undying spirit to become lifelong learners and have strived constantly to achieve and sustain the proficiency that has made them outshine others. It was definitely not a day's job, but years and years of meticulous diligence and belief in oneself. Manav Racna has forever celebrated such great champions, and we salute their humility and distinction every year with the aid of the prestigious Excellence Award for which we have gathered here today. To receive the awards, we have with us the host of striking personas who with their sublime genius and prodigious charm have added an unparalleled grandeur to this occasion. To begin with, we have with us Honorable Professor Avinash Chandra Pandey in absentia, who is the Director of Inter-University Accelerator Center. We are humbled to have Dr. Sachinandan Joshi, the Member Secretary of Indira Gandhi Natural Center of Arts, Ministry of Culture in absentia. We are also distinctly privileged to have amongst us Dr. G. Satish Reddy, the Chairman of DRDO and the Secretary of the Department of Defense R&D. We are proud to have the company of Dr. Vinny Jory, the Learning and Skills Lead, Microsoft India. Alongside, we have with us the highly revered Mr. S.V. Nathan, the Partner and Chief Talent Officer, Deloitte India, and the greatly admirable Mr. Nadeep Chawla ji, represented by his son, Mr. Siddharth Chawla here, who is the Chairman and MD and Founder of Psychotropics India Limited. To add to the splendor, we have with us Mr. Shiv Kumar, the Group Executive President, the Corporate Strategy and Business Development, Aditya Birla Group, and the greatly venerated Mr. Amit Malik, CEO and MD of Aviva Life Insurance Company Limited. We also have the significantly acclaimed Mr. Vijay Pandey, the ex-MD and Group CEO of Gift City, along with the incredibly celebrated Mr. K.S. Bakshi, the Group Head HR in the Globe Enterprises. We are also exhilarated by the presence of the tech duo, the incredibly lionized Mr. Rohit Chinnamani, co-founder at Darwinbox, and Mr. Chaitanya Petty, the co-founder and product head at Darwinbox. From the sports cosmos, we are immensely elated to have Ms. Rani Rampal, the distinctly eloquized Indian field hockey player. Manav Racna is incredibly fortunate to have such astral personas assembled here today to enhance the illustriousness of the ceremony with a dignified aura and escalate the stretcher to a universal ovation. Initiated in the year 2017, the Excellence Awards were designated to applaud the remarkable achievers from various professional domains who have brought about revolutionary transformations in their respective fields and made a prominent mark in the contemporary cosmos. The spirit of Manav Racna, a pioneer in delivering world-class education and a staunch believer in imparting exemplary knowledge amongst his students, has always resonated with a similar vision. The establishment has always wanted its talk and constantly strived to the young generation through manifested examples of its own merit, from imperishable NIRF rankings to being bestowed with 3 national awards in the sports domain to innumerable rankings and awards. The conglomerate has advanced with quantum strides. Thanks to the splendid support of its majestic students, alumni, faculty and staff, and undoubtedly august allies like you. Today, as we celebrate the silver jubilee anniversary of Manav Racna's glorious existence, we can't be thankful enough to our visionary founder, Dr. O.P. Bhalla, for starting off a legacy of excellence and humility and guiding us through this noble journey of education, entwined in integrity. It was through his farsightedness and the unwavering support of amazing luminaries like you that we were able to reach this acclaim. To pay our homage to the empathic soul and to celebrate the occasion with magnificence, we hosted a string of awe-inspiring events like the grand launch of Utkrisht, Icons of Manav Racna, a beautiful fritz that applauded the top 25 distinctly established alumni out of an alumni pool of 35,000 plus alumni. HR Awards to honor our diligent staff, Corporate Cricket Cup to celebrate the spirit of sports within the corporate cosmos, Intellectual Property Awareness Mission in association with the Ministry of Commerce, Manav Racna Happy Times comprising of candid conversations with stellar personalities and many more. Now it is that time of the year again when we commemorate the achievements of professional trailblazers, worthy nation makers, and felicitate them with the Eminent Excellence Award in 12 categories. We saw and witnessed the ceremony. We had the Sports Icon Award, the Young Leader Award, the People Builder Award, Corporate and Industry Award, Chain Makers Award, Nation Building Awards, Faridabad Industry Icon Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Tech Transformer Award, Outstanding Scientist Award, Award for Outstanding Contribution in the Cultural Arena, and Dr. Preetham Singh Award for Academic Excellence, which got introduced this year because this whole Leadership Awards was his brainchild when it got initiated and it was incepted, and we miss his presence and we created a special award in his memory. And I hope that you enjoyed every moment of the ceremony and set your souls ablaze by the aura of inspiration radiating from these amazing high flyers. Have a great day ahead and thanks for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I humbly request our chief guest to please come forward and address everyone. We all are waiting to hear from you.
Dr. Prashant Balla, Dr. Amit Balla, Dr. Sanjay Srivastava, General R.K. Anand, Dr. Aki Bhatt, the awardees, students, ladies and gentlemen, आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार, प्रणाम. Thank you for coming out on a Saturday to celebrate these awardees, and thank you, Dr. Prashant Balla and team, for inviting me to be associated with these ceremonies of recognizing these awardees. I have, and I was just doing this math a few days ago, I have had the good fortune of spending about 14,000 days of my life in technology. I have spent about 6,000 days of that in public life and politics. And I have spent 300 days since July 7th, 2021 as a minister. And on the 7th of July, when the Honorable Prime Minister chose to give me this opportunity to work, he gave me two responsibilities. One was the IT and electronics space, which I have spent, as I said, over 14,000 days of work. And he chose another portfolio, which is skilling and entrepreneurship. And both these responsibilities give me a unique opportunity, have given me a unique opportunity over the last 300 days to visit with students, visit with young Indians in events like this, in many other events, that point all in one direction. So I have on occasion met in the morning and spent the first half of the day interacting with technology unicorns, young Indians who have built billion-dollar companies, 25, 28 years old, full of confidence, representing wealth, representing success on one end of the spectrum. And then I have had occasion to spend the same day, again young Indians, skilling themselves in ITIs, in Prime Minister Kaushal Vikas Yojana centers, also fired up and creating skills for themselves and opportunities for themselves. And it is that common thread across these two portfolios that I have the responsibility, which is that they both speak to aspirations of young India and young Indians. And so to have events like this, to celebrate achievers, is an important message and an important optic to these young Indians, that there are these heroes, there are these icons that you can aspire to be. We have all just come out of the last 2 years of the most horrible, most disruptive black swan event that the world has ever seen. Every country, every people around the world has had to deal with this COVID pandemic. It disrupted lives, it disrupted livelihoods, it disrupted global trade and economies. And for the first time in maybe 100 years, every country, regardless of whether they were big or small, every country, regardless of whether they were advanced or developing, every people, whether they were white, Asian, African, they all had to contend with one common threat and challenge. This threat, this challenge was center stage from early 2020, as you all know, and we are now 2 years on. And if you and all of us take a dispassionate report card of how the world and the world's different countries, US, China, Japan, Korea, UK, France, Germany, India, how have we fared? How did we respond? Have we come out of this pandemic stronger, weaker? How did we, during the pandemic, look after ourselves and respond to this threat? If you ask those questions and you see where the rest of the world is today, you will come to one conclusion that there may have been countries bigger, may have been countries richer, there may have been countries with less democracy and more firmer government. But India is the one country that today shines in terms of its performance during the pandemic and after the pandemic. We locked down for 1 quarter, our economy shrunk by 1/4, which is not an insignificant cost, not an insignificant event. But very slowly and steadily that economy bounced back, and we are currently today one of the fastest growing economies in the world. As like the rest of the world, we grappled with what is this disease. Nobody knew what this disease was. But we did not panic. We created vaccines in India, and in an unprecedented, totally voluntary manner, we have today delivered 200 crore vaccinations, amongst the largest in the world. During the same period, we have created over 60 unicorns, billion-dollar companies. We have received the highest amount of FDI compared to any other country in the world. And who did it? We did it. India did it. Indians did it. And so today, in the rest of the world, the awe and respect that India commands is real. Or why I'm saying this is, today when we meet, we are celebrating 75 years of independence. I heard that you are celebrating 25 years of the Silver Jubilee for Manav Racna Education Institution. We are celebrating 8 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji as the Prime Minister. We are celebrating 2 years of the National Education Policy. All of these are important milestones and important markers in terms of what the next 25 years of India is going to be. And I say, and I will speak a little bit about the next 25 years because the main stakeholder of education institutions like the Manav Racna Education Institution Network are the students. And those 12 students that I met as I walked in, who were representing the awardees, were not in my mind, and I'm sure not in their mind as well, representing just and the optics of the awardees. They were representing what those awardees represented in terms of their hard work, in terms of their success. And if you think they are the main stakeholders for the next 25 years, there is a need to have a small discussion about what the next 25 years should be like. And the next 25 years, as our Prime Minister has repeatedly said, is going to be about India's youth and our economic progress, expansion, energy, leadership of innovation driven by the youth. If you make that our country's goal, our sankalp, our mission, our resolve, as educationists, as other members of society, as government, parents, professors, teachers, if we make that the mission, and why is that a realistic mission? Let me just quickly give you a backstory. When I was an entrepreneur, when many of these awardees started off, I'm quite sure, even if they don't tell you publicly, that entrepreneurship and doing anything, if you are not from a famous family, if you are not connected to some famous politician, was impossible. You needed to be connected, you need to have contacts to succeed. In 2010 in Parliament, I raised a very interesting phenomenon that I had noticed, and I raised in Parliament as a question, and then the Honorable Finance Minister then was a gentleman called Chidambaram, who has since gone on to become less than honorable, but I will not discuss that today. But 97% of the banking system of India's net worth, 97%, was borrowed by 9 families in India. So imagine if there were some youngsters from Manav Racna or any other institution that wanted to start a business, wanted his dreams to become realized, her dreams to be realized. It was impossible in the earlier years. That has totally changed. When you hear the stories about these 100 unicorns, when you hear the stories about these 36,000 startups, they don't come from any famous last name. They don't come from any connected family. ये कोई बिरला नहीं है, ये कोई टाटा नहीं है, ये कोई पॉलिटिशियन के पोते बेटे नहीं हैं. ये अपने बलबूते पे, अपने एजुकेशन, अपने कैपेबिलिटीज, अपने इनोवेशन, अपने हार्ड वर्क से they are creating these success stories. And that is the future of India. On August 15, 2021, the Honorable Prime Minister called the next year India's decade. And he also said that India's decade, the next 25 years of India will be driven by young India's energy, young India's passion. And it is in that intersection of opportunities that education and skilling now on the student getting not just knowledge in terms of sciences and social sciences and all of the other conventional curriculum in education, but also getting aptitude and skills. Vocational training, sports are now integrated into curriculum, and therefore it is not extracurricular activity. These are now integrated into curriculum, and therefore I see that as students leave the 10th standard, when they leave the 12th standard and they move out into the world of making life choices, they will not just be equipped with knowledge, they will also be equipped with skills. And the skills that the world requires today range from white collar to blue collar. 2 days ago, we signed an MOU in the ministry between the United Arab Emirates government and the government of India. And this is completely consistent with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision that India's demography and India's youth should be skilled with capabilities that not just give them opportunities in their local communities or in the wider India, but also to play a role for the talent shortages around the world. I will just say a few more words and I will pause then and I will stop there. But I will say this, the coming years are going to be years that represent tremendous opportunity for India. And the opportunities for India are in the area of technology, and the area of the rapid digitization of the world, in the proliferation of the internet, Web 3.0, overlying technologies on top of all of that, leading from data to AI to learning to blockchain. These are all opportunities that the world wants to pursue, and the world wants trusted partners to be delivering digital products and services. India is squarely at the intersection of this change in the world, the change in the economic framework, change in global trade. And the education and skilling ecosystem in India will play a tremendous role in helping our young Indians be active participants in pursuing those opportunities and realizing their life dreams and life choices of prosperity. In the government, this is a very, very significant priority for us in shaping the skilling ecosystem, shaping the education ecosystem, bringing in industry, bringing in stakeholders like private education institutions into our policy making, into the overall network, which can be reaching each and every student in every nook and corner of the country, including with the use of digital platforms, digital education and digital skilling. I will end here by saying that I don't want to convince you, but I hope you are convinced that we live in very, very exciting times. If you are a young Indian, if you are a young student, I can assure you that I look at you with envy, because I wish I was a young Indian at this stage. The opportunities that are in front of you are tremendous. The government, under the leadership of our Prime Minister, has an absolute vision and policy framework that will realize these opportunities into real opportunities for our young Indians. Education institutions like Manav Racna have a tremendous role, tremendous space to help shape our young Indians for the future of India and for the next 25 years as India becomes 100 years as an independent nation. I thank you again for your attention. I thank you for your participation in the celebration of these awardees. And may I hope and request that there will be many, many more awardees that will come from the roles of Manav Racna Education Institution. Thank you again. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Listening to you was very informative, very thought-provoking and encouraging, and a lot of hope for each one of us who's here. So thank you once again. With that, now I would request Lieutenant General Dr. R.K. Anand to please come forward and offer his vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure in proposing a vote of thanks for what has been a very memorable milestone in the history of Manav Racna Educational Institutions, the 6th Manav Racna Excellence Awards. First and foremost, I would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to Honorable Minister Sri Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji for having very graciously consented to present the 6th Leadership Excellence Awards despite his busy schedule. Sir, we are well aware of the fact that you have the onerous responsibility of handling two of the most indulgent ministries of Government of India which are transforming our country. Sir, your presence today sends a message very loud and clear to our budding students as to what professionalism means. Our young students see a role model in you, and your presence today will continue to inspire them for their lifetime. Today, the Manav Racna sky sparkles with the presence of galaxy of achievers, the awardees of the day, who have kindly accepted our invitation to grace this occasion. We express our heartfelt thanks to all the awardees for being a source of inspiration and for devoting lifetime for good cause of the society at large. It is a very well known fact that nothing is achieved without the diligence and perseverance of excellence. What is most cherishing is that you have strived for good of others. We exhort you to continue with zest for excellence. I also take this opportunity to thank members of Faridabad administration for being a constant support in all our endeavors. Your ever-willing involvement in the common cause makes our mission always successful and memorable. We shall continue to seek your guidance in times to come. We are deeply grateful for the support extended by the fraternity of people and the industry of Faridabad for imposing faith on us. We are proud that together we have been able to transform Faridabad into an educational hub. From this platform, I also seek to thank the media and their representatives for being with us for this event, spreading the message about excellence and achievement. No institution is great by itself. It's the leadership, the people, and the values which make an organization unique and enriched. The Excellence Awards are a message in itself to our budding stalwarts that pursuit of excellence, ethics, and core values are the pillars of any successful society. Our senior management, Chief Patron, Madam Satya Balla, President of MREI, Dr. Prashant Balla, and Vice President Dr. Amit Balla have always inspired us to practice what we preach. We thank you for being pathfinders and setting the course for our younger generation. The children from Manav Racna International Schools at one end of the spectrum and the energetic students of higher education at the other, along with our scholars of doctoral programs, our outstanding faculty and administrative staff, have all come together to make this a memorable occasion. Remember, this mission of Manav Racna is not an end but a lifelong journey by itself. Once again, we thank all our esteemed guests in this August gathering to join us for this occasion here, and we take a vow to continue with this pursuit of excellence in times to come. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you.